when it comes to working with homeschool families, I've talked to several providers about the one key component of trust. You're not going to get very far with us as homeschool parents to work with us unless you can earn. So how would you say that you build trust with families who may be skeptical or who may just be overwhelmed and not know where to begin?
So I think that is really important for us to consider where their entry point is. Like they are skeptical of you because and I'll just say this from a homeschool mom perspective and from what I've heard from my own personal clients. I actually have a lot of trust already built in because I am a homeschool mom and a lot of the moms know I'm not a well a lot of the moms all the moms should know that I'm not a therapist. I'm very clear about that. But they trust me because they're like, oh, she's not going to report me because my kid's struggling with reading at age 11. And these are like, and this comes from moms, like their kids have dyslexia, like they're diagnosed. And I'm like, honey, like you have an official diagnosis of dyslexia. Like this is documented. Like you've been doing what you need to do along the way. Like there's no reason somebody would report you, but we have this fear based on previous history of the generations that came before us. I mean, there are homeschoolers, homeschool businesses now that their parents were imprisoned for homeschooling them, like legitimately. And so this isn't like, this was 100 years ago where you could get in trouble for homeschooling. No, like this is a generation ago. And so that is fresh in our mind. And then when you go out and in certain communities of educators, homeschooling is viewed very negatively. And this is usually due to somebody having negative opinions about parents being the authority. And I mean, oh my goodness, I intentionally like poke the bear a little bit sometimes on my Facebook. And some of the responses I get, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're the reason my kid is not in public school because you would not fly for me as a teacher. So I want to say like this trust thing is actually deeply important because like when I have this worry in the back of my brain, you could report me and my kids could be taken away. Like I had like this awful dream recently where one of my kids was taken from me. And I was like, I woke up and I was sobbing, right? And the reason in the dream was dumb. But the point is, it's a real fear we have. It's a real fear. So establishing that trust is so important for you to do and to understand the why, because that's the worry we really have in the back of our mind. And so being careful to be respectful, like what Kimberly is doing here at HCN and educating providers that are coming from a non-homeschooling background, like if you hear about unschooling and you're not like, you feel like, oh, that's not responsible as a parent, you probably don't want to work with unschoolers yet because we're going to smell you a mile away. So that's my 2 cents.
It's very insightful. And that's the reason we were founded. We're trying to help communicate that and help heal this rift that is there because there's an entire huge, very diverse, as you pointed out earlier, population of homeschoolers. And within that diversity is a whole set of learning styles and methods and beliefs and needs to be served. You and I both come from the approach of collaboration over competition. There's always enough clients to go around. You just have to learn how to. And we're a huge community here in the homeschooling community. We're like one giant village. Even though we're diverse, we are here to fiercely defend one another when it comes to supporting a homeschool parent's right to home educate their child in the way they see fit. And if you can't agree with that or get on board with that, then this is probably not the community for you to serve. And so that is what we try to do at HCN is to train that and impart that knowledge to providers so that then they can come to the homeschooling community and serve us well.